A staffing shortage is why the largest EMS agency in North Carolina says it's changing how it responds to 911 calls in Mecklenburg County. Medic says it's getting a record number of calls and now can only send an ambulance immediately to high priority calls. WCNC Charlotte's Lana Harris explains how the service is seeking solutions with a new option for some 911 callers.
Okay, so when you call for help, help will arrive. Medic says their ambulances may just come a little slower to calls that aren't life-threatening. They say they will and can eventually send an ambulance to every call, but there is also another option.
Okay, stay on the line for me while I put that in.
While some 911 callers require immediate medic attention.
I'm having chest pain. I'm having difficulty breathing. I'm having signs and symptoms of a stroke, a major traumatic incident.
Others have issues that are less urgent.
You know, I've had an upset stomach for 2 days, or I suffered a fall and injured my wrist 24 hours ago, or I'm generally ill.
Those cases are considered low acuity, and John Studnick, the deputy director of Mecklenburg EMS, says they don't have the bandwidth to keep immediately sending ambulances to all of them. But Studnick says after looking at a number of low acuity cases, they realized not everyone needed the ambulance when they showed up.
Only 1 to 1.5% of patients required potentially life-saving interventions.
Studnick says they're now asking for people with non-life-threatening calls to find an alternative.
We would prefer low acuity patients talk to their physician, go to an urgent care.
But Studnick recognizes there are some who can't get there.
They don't have transportation. They don't have a car. They don't have access to a bus line. Then we would send the only resource we had, which is an ambulance.
Studnick says thanks to a new partnership, EMS can now offer low acuity patients a lift to a medical center at a fraction of the cost.
The average charge for an ambulance is just at or over $1,000, and our experience with Lyft right now is somewhere around $18.
Now, Studnick says an app is not needed to use that Lyft service. It can be done via text or on a landline. The patient just has to agree to it. If they don't, Studnick says they can still send an ambulance to somebody if they prefer that. Lana Harris, WCNC Charlotte.